He knows how close he is. This for the gold medal. Time ticks down, and that is it.
The glorious dream that fuels the American spirit rejects anything that is commonplace. In sports, as in life, it is the extraordinary that animates us. We are consistently drawn toward events where unimaginable things become possible. And every 4 years, we turn our hunger for inspiring performance to the Olympic stage, where American wrestlers continually energize and impress us. Since the inception of the modern Olympic Games, the USA sport with the highest percentage of medals earned in relation to medal opportunities of all long-term Olympic sports is wrestling. During the past 2 Olympiads, Rulon Gardner did something no American has ever done before by winning 2 Olympic medals in Greco-Roman wrestling.
I wasn't going to go in and limit myself, so for me, it was ability to say, you know what, you can do whatever you want, you can be as good as you want, just go out and work. I never won a national championship, an NCAA championship, and for me, that was something I really wanted. It didn't happen, so I felt that my career wasn't complete, and that's why I decided to get involved in Greco-Roman.
Alexander Karelin hadn't lost in 13 years. In Sydney, the contrast between he and Gardner was absurdly polar. Chiseled, rounded, menacing, friendly, unbeatable, unaccomplished. Gardner became an American folk hero partly because of his down-home way, but mostly because he did the undoable.
Do you believe in miracles again? Rulon Gardner has upset the king!
You know, to be able to say that you're wrestling for your country at the Olympic Games, that's the ultimate prize as an athlete. And then to go out there and be able to bring a medal back to your country, you know, there's nothing more special for an athlete.
America passionately followed the successes of Rulon Gardner until the very end because, as an American athlete, he showed us what we ultimately want to believe about ourselves, that hard work, fair play, and determination make life worth living and accomplishment worthy of sacrifice. USA Wrestling is the national governing body for amateur wrestling in America and the organization responsible for putting America's brilliant wrestlers on the mats for all the world to see. Because America's Olympic success plays on a worldwide stage, it is easy to experience USA Wrestling at its best. But you may not know us at our most. We are a grassroots organization with more than 150,000 athletes, coaches, and supporting volunteers. Through us, thousands of young athletes and our country's future Olympians are wrestling every day.
The game's really simple. You try to take them down, and then you put their shoulders to the mat, and that's a pin.
How do you take them down?
Oh, that's the funnest part. You can trip them, shoot a single leg, a double leg, lift them, you can arm spin, reverse lift, leg lace, or sometimes just throw them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
In 1983, the United States Olympic Committee designated USA Wrestling as the national governing body for the sport. Obviously, we give much attention to the top level of the sport by providing financial support, training, and staging events. But our most apparent work with Olympians is actually just a portion of what we do. In every part of America, through our sponsorship, young athletes are wrestling and growing in the sport. You see, we have a mission. We are looking for the next Rulon Gardner, training for the future Patricia Miranda, and developing another Cale Sanderson. USA Wrestling is the organization providing opportunity for personal dreams to come true. We are doing much to fire the dreams of America's young athletes, but there is much more to do.
Well, there's really no other sport like it when you consider the number of kids involved, you know, the amount of activity going on out there, and what the kids learn from the sport.
Really, describe a match to me. What happens in a match?
Well, you know, it's got the intensity of a street fight, but they can't hit. You know, you have to concentrate like you're in a chess match. And the mental focus is tremendous. You know, you need the endurance of a distance runner. Great matches are amazing to watch. But the best thing about wrestling is what it does for the kids who wrestle. Well, wrestling is where my kids learn how to work. You know, they've got great friends, they stay out of trouble, They come home tired at night. What more do you want?
Wrestling is the most inclusive sport in America. It is not a game where genetic size and natural speed guarantee success. It is a sport where everybody, regardless of size or gender, can participate. In wrestling, just as in life, personal limitations are destroyed through effort and commitment. The experience of wrestling lays a foundation for successful careers, from businessmen to astronauts.
Greetings from the International Space Station. As all of you involved in wrestling know, there is no sport that requires more dedication and commitment, and the lessons I have learned from wrestling have served me well. In fact, the current astronaut corps, there are 11 former wrestlers, 7 of whom competed at the collegiate level, and 5 who went on to serve as high school wrestling coaches prior to joining the astronaut corps.
Wrestling is a fun sport. It's a great sport. You get to meet a lot of people. It's a great disciplined sport. It's a great sport to stay in shape, and it gives you wonderful opportunities for the future.
USA Wrestling brings healthy exercise, supervised activity, and the opportunity to build athletic skills to every child in America.
Youth wrestling and wrestling now is more popular than ever to be part of this. Help the next generation of wrestlers, because those individuals can make a huge impact on the future. It can help us go out there and give these youth athletes a chance to go to the next level and wrestle at the collegiate level, go to the Olympic Games, wrestle at the Olympic Games, and go back and be teachers, be business leaders, be business leaders in the community. What a chance to give back to America, and there's no better way of doing it than wrestling.